Okay, so in this module we're going to introduce probably one of the most handy functions that we can have in robotics, which is if. Okay, and you can see probably right off the bat why it would be so handy. I mean, if you have your robot driving around and if it sees the wall, you'd like it to stop and turn around, or if it sees the edge, well then I'd like to not drive my robot off. If I see a black line, I should turn around, or if I see another robot in sumo, I should attack. Okay, so if is a really, really popular and powerful command that we need to learn how to handle. And there's a couple things it can do for us, and there's a couple ways we can use it. But let's start with the simplest, most basic. Okay, and what I've done here is I took the last piece of code that we had working and I just renamed it, and I should change the date. So it's actually the 27th today. And we've still got the same variables, same setup. It's making all my LED pins outputs. And my loop, what I've done is I've deleted some functions that I don't need for this demonstration. So I just have three of them, the clear LED, the get data, and the print data. And down here, of course, I have those functions running, all right, or able to run. So what we want to do is we want to add one more piece of information. So what I'm going to do first off is get a value. I'm going to use my thermistor, but you can use your potentiometer, you can use your photoresistor. It doesn't really matter. We just need something that changes value, and we're going to make a decision based upon it. So if I have this thing running right now, you can see that I'm actually at room temperature. It's about 527, 528, 529, something like that. All right. And what I want to do is, if you recall, when I put my hand on it, the value went down, quite a bit. So let's do something really simple. Let's go here to our get data. We just gathered our data. And let's put in here a little bit of a command. Let's go if, and here's the syntax how to use it, open parentheses. And let's look at photoval. So if photoval is less than, oops, that was supposed to be a less than, let's say 500, so we don't have to wait too long. Let's say we're making a digital thermometer that measures fevers, and it just lights up the lights if you have a fever. Gosh knows why I'd be interested in that. And then you go with an open brace, and it should automatically put a closed brace in for you. All right, so now it's time to put in here a function. Well, what should we do? Let's have it, we already have a clear LED. Let's make a quick function that will turn on all the LEDs. So I'm going to copy that clear LED one, and I'll put in here, let's call it all LED on. Okay, and let me make sure I rename this. All LED on. So we want to go from 2 to 9 plus plus plus, and instead of making them low, we want to go high. Okay, and so now let's go down here to our if. I'm going to copy this, our all LED on. So let's go up here. If the photo value is less than 500, well, let's jump down to that function, all LED on, and make it go on. And then we have to put in here an else. So let's say it's not less than 500. Let's say it's over 500. So then we're going to go with an else, and we're going to go ahead and put in there the clear LED. Like so. And there we go. And what I can do up here is I can go ahead and get rid of this. So I'm only going to have two choices. If it's less than 500, it's going to be all LEDs on. And if it's greater than 500, it's going to be all LEDs off, or clear LEDs. So if I load this, hopefully it's going to work for us fine. And we'll open up that serial monitor so we can actually see it. So I'm at 524. And wow, that went fast. It's super sensitive. Okay, so now we have to wait for it to get up to temperature again. So as soon as it goes over 500, it's quivering. There we go. Now if I put my hand on it again, Now voila, we've made a simple fever detector. All right. So this is a fast and easy one. So I'm going to end this one right now, and then we'll get ready to introduce the next concept. So I will see you again really soon.